हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेव की जय। बोलो गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। महे स्वागतं सर्वेषां श्री गौडीय दर्शनस्य चतुर्दशे चतुर्दश चतुर्दश सेशन् मध्ये सर्वेषां सुस्वागतम्। अद्य वयं प्रेम अपि तु अनुष्ठानानि इति किञ्चित् चर्चयिष्यामः। अनुष्ठानानां विषये किञ्चित् चर्चयिष्यामः। नाम कथं वा एतत् सर्वं श्रुत्वा इदानीं वयं किञ्चिदपि प्रगतिं कुर्मश्चेत् आदौ किं किं नाम what to say baby steps करणीयम् इति तत् चर्चयिष्यामः। ओके, श्यामला दासी मम नाम। ओके, आदौ कुत्र स्मः इति पश्यामः एकवारम्। एतावता प्रणाल्याम् एतस्यां अन्तिमकक्षा इति मन्ये, नाम सिलेबस् कृते, परन्तु रिफ्लेक्षन्स् इत्यादि छात्रप्रदर्शनानि अपि सन्ति, परन्तु कण्टेण्ट् वैस् अद्य अन्तिम इति चिन्तयामि। सो किञ्चित् सिलेबस् नाम अद्य विषयाः बहवः नास्ति, अतः किञ्चित् अत्र किञ्चित् पुनरावृत्तिं करोमि। आदौ वयं प्रमाणानि विषये चर्चितं। तत्र नाम प्रत्यक्षं, शब्दः अपि तु अनुमानमिति मुख्य त्रीणि प्रमाणानि अङ्गीकृतम् अस्मिन् दर्शने। तेषु शब्दः एव अधिकं प्रामाण्यं वहते इति, यतोहि अलौकिकं ज्ञातुं अनुमानं तु तर्क अप्रतिष्ठानात् इति वेदान्तसूत्रात् बहवः क्लेशाः अनुभवामः। नाम जीव उदाहरणे जीवस्य अपि तु भगवतः सम्बन्धः भेदः वा अभेदवः इति तर्करीत्या वयं चिन्तयामश्चेत् नाम अस्थिरता एव भवति, नाम कोऽपि कन्क्लूषन् न, सिद्धान्तं न प्राप्नुमः। अतः शब्दं नाम वेदाः, अपि तु वेद अर्थान् ये वदन्ति, नाम पुराण इतिहासाः, अपि तु दर्शने मुख्य व्याख्याकाराः, तेषां मतं वयं अङ्गीकुर्मः। तद्भवति प्रमाणम् अस्माकं कृते। अपि तु भगवत्तत्त्वम् इति विषये वयं आदौ श्रीकृष्णः कथं वा सर्व अवताराणां मूल आश्रयः भवति, अपि तु सर्वशक्तयः अपि तस्य अधीने एव वर्तन्ते इति, शक्तित्रयं वर्तते। आन्तरङ्गिकशक्ति, अन्तरङ्गशक्ति, बहिरङ्गशक्ति, अपि तु एकनिमिषम्, अन्तरङ्गशक्ति, बहिरङ्गशक्ति, अपि तु तटस्थशक्ति। अन्तरङ्गशक्ति नाम स्वरूपशक्ति, तद् भवति, तस्यापि अंशत्रयं सच्चित् आनन्द इति, संवित् सन्धिनी संवित् ह्लादिनी इति। ह्लादिनी स्वरूपा भवति श्रीमती राधाराणी, तस्याः अपि एक्स्पान्शन्स् भवन्ति, नाम वाट् टु से अंशा न, परन्तु एक्स्पान्शन्स्, यतोहि कृष्णस्य अवताराः बहवः सन्ति, तेषां तोषणाय सा अपि स्त्रीरूपं धृत्वा भविष्यति। तस्याः अपि त्रयः गणाः भवन्ति। लक्ष्मीगण, एतद् वयं न चर्चितं, लक्ष्मीगण, गोपीगण, अपि तु महिषीगण इति। गोपीगण नाम वृन्दावने ये गोप्यः सन्ति, तासां सा एव प्रधाना नायिका। ते अपि तस्याः नाम रसम् एव तस्मात् तस्मात् तस्याः रसमेव ते प्राप्य कृष्णात् आदानप्रदान कुर्वन्ति कृष्णम्। अपि तु लक्ष्मीगण नाम वैकुण्ठे ये नारायणेन सह ये वर्तन्ते ते। अपि तु किं महिषीगण नाम द्वारकायां कृष्णस्य पत्न्यः। सो एतत् सर्वे अन्तरङ्गिकशक्त्या ह्लादिनीशक्त्या वर्तन्ते। रसाब्धिमिति
तद् नाम किमर्थं स्थापितवान् महिषी इति तथा
महिषी नाम वैफ् इति अन्यत् अर्थः वर्तते, अन्यः अर्थः। ओके, न तु बफेलो। ओके,
एतद् द्वारकागणः इति वक्तुं शक्यते।
किमपि वयं द्वारकापत्न्यः इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्नुमः। ओके, परन्तु एतद् अस्माकं कृते यत् जीवगोस्वामिना नाम आचार्यैः यत् उक्तं तत् पारिभाषपदानि भवन्ति अस्माकं कृते। तत्तु मूलाधारेण तत् ज्ञातव्यमेव। पश्चात् किमपि अन्यरीत्या वक्तुं शक्नुमः, परन्तु तत् परिवर्तितुं न शक्नुमः, यतोहि ते आचार्याः खलु, ते सर्वं स्थापितं तैः। ओके, अपि तु रसाब्धिम् इति विषये कथं वा श्रीकृष्णः अखिलरसामृतमूर्तिः भवति इति तत्र पञ्चमुख्यरसाः के ते इत्युक्ते शान्तः, दास्यः, सख्यः, अपि तु वात्सल्यः, माधुर्यरस इति। तदपि किञ्चित् गभीरतया चर्चितम्। अपि तु 11 गौणरसाः सन्ति इति, वीर्य, अद्भुत इत्यादि अपि चर्चितम्। कथं वा सर्वरसानां विषयः श्रीकृष्णः भवति, परन्तु आश्रयः राधाराणी भवति, यतोहि सा एव सर्वप्रेम्णः आधारः वर्तते तस्य, सा। ओके, अपि तु जीवतत्त्वम् इति विषये जीवाः द्विविधाः, एकं तु नित्यबद्धाः, अन्याः नित्यमुक्ताः। ओके, नित्यबद्धाः नाम अनादिकालतः अविद्याकारणेन ते अहमेव शरीरमिति मत्वा भोगम् अनुभोक्तुं प्रपञ्चे भ्रमन्तः सन्ति। ओके, परन्तु नित्यमुक्ताः अपि भवेयुः। ते आधिक्यतया स्पिरिचुवल् वर्ल्ड्, आध्यात्मिकप्रपञ्चे एव वर्तन्ते। बहवः वर्तन्ते, यतोहि आध्यात्मिकप्रपञ्चं 3/4 भवति, अस्मिन् भौतिकप्रपञ्चं 1/4 इति उक्तम्। अतः बहवः जनाः सेवामेव कुर्वन्ति, न्यूनजनाः एव अत्र विमुखतया स्थित्वा, बहिर्मुख स्थित्वा ते क्लेशान् अनुभवन्तः सन्ति। ओके, परन्तु नित्यबद्धाः अपि नित्यमुक्ताः भवितुम् अर्हन्ति, भक्ति इति आश्रयं स्वीकृत्य प्रगतिं करोति चेत्, प्रेम आविर्भूतं भवति चेत् तेषां मत्यां हृदि ते अपि जीवन्मुक्तः अपि भवितुम् अर्हति। अग्रे गत्वा ते आध्यात्मिकजीवने भगवतः लीलायामपि भागं प्राप्नुं शक्नुमः, प्राप्नुवन्ति। ओके, एतत् सर्वम् एतस्य सारांशः। अपि तु अचिन्त्यभेदाभेदविषये वयं सर्वेषां कथं वा भगवतः सम्बन्धः वर्तते इति चिन्तितं। भेदः वर्तते, अपि तु अभेदः वर्तते। भेदः नाम किं? नाम जीवः भगवतः अंशः। भेदः कुत्र इत्युक्ते नाम परिमाणे, भगवान् विभुः अस्ति, जीवः अणुः अस्ति। अपि तु अभेदः कुत्र इत्युक्ते, अभेदः नाम सः अपि सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः, जीवः अपि सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहः। वयं शरीरं न। अतः एकं रीत्या पश्यामश्चेत् भेदः वर्तते, अन्यत् रीत्या अभेदः वर्तते। एतद् ज्ञातुं भेदः वा अभेदः वा इति ज्ञातुं अस्माकं मनसि उपरि गच्छति। अतः अचिन्त्य इति वयं चर्चितम्। अचिन्त्य भेद अभेद तत्त्व। अचिन्त्य श्रीकृष्णस्य अचिन्त्यशक्ति इति अस्ति इति अङ्गीकुर्मश्चेत् सर्वं नाम सुलभेन अवगन्तुं शक्नुमः। अपि तु भक्तितत्त्वे एतद् बहवः अंशान् अंशान् वयं चर्चितं। नाम आदौ वैदिसाधना का भवति? वैदिसाधना नाम शास्त्रशासनेन वयं कुर्मः। रागानुगसाधना इति अन्या वर्तते। तत्र रागात्मिका भक्तानां अनुसृत्य वयं भावं अग्रे उत्पादयितुं शक्नुमः। उत्पादयितुम् इति न वक्तुं शक्नुमः, यतोहि वर्धयितुं शक्नुमः। ओके, यतोहि एतत् अलौकिकमस्ति खलु, तत् भौतिक नाम कृत्याः वा नो चेत् इन्द्रियैः कृत्यैः नो चेत् इन्द्रियैः जनितुं न शक्नुमः, यतोहि सेवोन्मुखैः जिह्वादौ इति तत् दैवी शक्ति नाम अन्तरङ्गशक्ति एव अस्माकं हृदि आगत्य तत् तथा एव भक्ति इति परिगण्यते। नो चेत् वयं सिलबल्स् एव अट्टर् कुर्मः। ओके, परन्तु कृष्ण इति तं कृष्णं न सूचयामः। अपि तु नवविधभक्ति इति अपि श्रुतं। के ते नवविधभक्ति वदतु नरसिंह? श्रवणं।
श्रवणं कीर्तनं विष्णोस्मरणं पादसेवनं अर्चनं वन्दनं दास्यं सख्यमात्मनिवेदनम् इति पुंसार्पिता विष्णो भक्तिश्चेन्नवलक्षणा क्रियेत भगवत्सिद्धान्तमन्येजितमुत्तमम्।
सो नवविधभक्ति इति प्रह्लाद महाराजेन उक्तं सप्तमस्कन्धे। अपि तु पश्चात् कर्मबन्धनविमुक्ति इति विषये बहु चर्चितं। नाम कथं वा प्रारब्ध अप्रारब्ध अपि तु सञ्चितकर्म इति कोटित्रयमस्ति। अपि तु क्रियमाणकर्म अपि अस्ति। कथं वा सर्वेषां नाशः भवितुमर्हति साधनभक्त्या, मुख्यतया तत्र दीक्षया इति। दीक्षा नाम दिव्यं ज्ञानं दद्यात्, अपि तु पापस्य क्षयं भवति इति। अतः एतत् सर्वं प्राक्टिकल् इति भासते। अपि तु युगधर्म इति विषये नामसङ्कीर्तनं युगधर्म। अपि तु कस्य नाम श्रीकृष्णस्य नामानि तत्र मुख्यतया चैतन्यमहाप्रभुना दत्तं हरे कृष्ण इति। कस्मात् दत्तं? वेदात् न, परन्तु तन्त्रात्। यतोहि तन्त्रं सर्वेषां तन्त्रे सर्वेषां योग्यता अस्ति वर्तते, परन्तु वेदे तु दीक्षितायाः नाम यस्य यज्ञोपवीतं भवति तेषामेव अनुमति अस्ति। अतः युगधर्मः सर्वेषाम् इदानीं अनुमति अस्ति, नाम योग्यता अस्ति। ओके, सो इदानीं वयं अस्यां कक्षायां परमपुमार्थः प्रेम इति विषये किञ्चित् चर्चयित्वा अनुष्ठानानां विषये पश्यामः। ओके, सो आदौ साध्या तत् प्रीतिः। साध्या नाम गोल्, अस्माकं गोल् अस्ति प्रीतिः। तत् प्रीतिः नाम तस्य कृष्णस्य प्रीतिः, प्रेम इति। ओके, सो प्रेम इति विषये किञ्चित्, अपि तु अनुष्ठानानां विषये किञ्चित्। ओके, आदौ किञ्चित् भक्तिप्रगतिक्रमः इति अपि चर्चितं। सो एतत् पठितुं शक्नोति। महारथी पठतु। महारथी।
आदौ श्रद्धा ततः साधुसङ्गोऽथ-भजनक्रिया ततोऽनर्थनिवृत्तिः स्यात् ततो निष्ठा रुचिस्ततः तथा शक्तिस्ततो भावस्ततः प्रेमाभ्युदञ्जति साधकानाम् अयं प्रेम्णः प्रादुर्भावः भवेत् कृपः.
ओके. सो श्रद्धा पश्चात् साधुसङ्ग पश्चात् भजनक्रिया. साधुसङ्गे वयं जानीमः किं किं करणीयम् अग्रे गन्तव्यं चेत् तदा भजनक्रिया इति तत् पद्धति गुरु आश्रय आदौ गुरु आश्रय इति तदारभ्य वर्तन्ते 64 अङ्गानि. पश्चात् तद् निष्ठतया कुर्मश्चेत् नाम सिन्सियर्लि कुर्मश्चेत् अनर्थनिवृत्ति इति भवति. नाम वयमेव जानीमः कियान् दोषाः अस्ति अस्माकं हृदि. नाम काम क्रोध लोभ मद मत्सर्याः एतत् सर्वे सन्ति. सो एन्वी एतत् सर्वे सन्ति. अतः वयमेव जानीमः. अपि तु निष्ठा इति एतत् किञ्चित् अनर्थाः अपगच्छन्ति चेत् वयं स्थिरं भवामः. रुचि पश्चात् आसक्ति भगवतविषये भगवत कथाश्रवणे बहु अभिरुचि भविष्यति. नाम तद्विहाय किमपि अन्यत् कर्तुमेव न इच्छन्ति. रुचि एव न भविष्यति. अग्रे भावः प्रेम. ओके. सो इदानीं भावः प्रेम इति विषये किञ्चित् चर्चयिष्यामः. सो एतदपि पूर्वमेव दृष्टं. भावः नाम तत्र लक्षणानि भवन्ति. ये भावे सन्ति ते सहिष्णुता वर्तते तेषाम्. अपि तु अव्यर्थकालत्वं. नो कालं न व्यर्थं करोति. प्रतिक्षणं कथं वा अहं स्मरामि, कथं वा ध्यायामि, कथं वा कीर्तनं करोमि इत्येव चिन्तयति. अग्रे पूर्वमेव एतत् सर्वं चर्चितं. प्रेम इति विषये अपि सान्द्रात्मभावः नाम कण्डेन्स्ड् भावः इति वर्तते. अपि तु हृदयं सम्पूर्णतया मृदयति नाम बिकमिङ्ग् साफ्ट्. ओके. ममत्वातिशयाङ्कितः. सो पूर्वम् अत्र लक्षणानि न वयं चर्चितं. लक्षणानि न चर्चितानि. इदानीं तदेव अस्माकम् अंशः विषयः इति कारणेन किञ्चित् डीप् गभीररीत्या पश्यामः. सो भावः नाम डेफिनिशन् लक्षणं वर्तते. कोऽपि पठितुं शक्नोति. भार्गवी भगिनी.
शुद्धसत्त्व विशेषात्मा प्रेम सूर्यांशु साम्यभाक रुचिभिश्चित्तमां शृण्य कृदसौभाव उच्यते.
सो अत्र भाव नाम प्रेम सूर्यांशु साम्यभाक्. सो इति सूर्यांशु इव साम्यं वर्तते. कथम् इति वयं जानीमः. शुद्धसत्त्वविशेषात्मा वर्तते. तदपि भावः. अपि तु रुचिभिः चित्तमासृण्य भवति. रुचिभिः नाम टेस्ट्. लैक् कृष्णस्य रुचि भवति खलु. नाम कृष्णस्य लीलां शृण्मश्चेत् किमपि रुचि भक्तिरस अनुभवामः. तैः चित्तं मासृण्य नाम साफ्ट् भवति. यदा कदापि वयं शृण्मः कथं वा श्रीकृष्णः चोरयति, नो चेत् किमपि बाल्यलीलां वा किमपि लीलां करोति चेत् बहु सन्तोषम् अनुभवामः. तद् श्रुत्वा अग्रे गत्वा वयमपि चिन्तयामः, ओ अहमपि तत्र भवेमश्चेत् बहु अद्भुतं भवति किल. अहम् एतद् दूरे अस्मि इदानीं कथं वा गन्तुं शक्नोमि इति किञ्चित् अश्रुपातनमपि भवति कदाचित्. अपि तु असौ भाव उच्यते इति. ओके. किञ्चित् कठिनशब्दानाम् अर्थः. शुद्धसत्त्वविशेषात्मा नाम अन्तरङ्गशक्तिस्वरूपा अस्ति भावः. एतद् लौकिकं नास्ति. अपि तु प्राकृतगुणरहितः. प्राकृतगुणः नाम सात्विकगुण रजसः. अपि तु रजस्गुण रजः सत्त्वरजस्तमः तमः एतैः रहितं वर्तते. नाम तत्र ते न स्पृशन्ति एव. तत्सर्वं अलौकिक. अपि तु तद् गुणः वर्तते शुद्धसत्त्व इति कथ्यन्ते. शुद्धसत्त्व सी सत्त्वः रजस्तमः वर्तते खलु एतत् महामायाः आधीने वर्तन्ते एते परन्तु उपरि तस्य उपरि शुद्धसत्त्वगुण वर्तते खलु तत् कथ्यन्ते शुद्धसत्त्व विशुद्धसत्त्व नो चेत् वसुदेवसत्त्व इत्यपि कथ्यन्ते तत्र प्राकृतगुणैः किमपि मिश्रणं न भवति सम्पूर्णतया कृष्णस्य प्रीत्यार्थम् एव इति भावः
भावस्य स्टेज् मध्ये एव शुद्धसत्त्व भवति।
नो भावः एव शुद्धसत्त्वविशेषात्मा नाम भावे तत् फीलिङ्ग् भवति खलु तत् स्तरे फीलिङ्ग्स् मध्ये इमोशन्स् तत् भावान् भावेषु कोऽपि प्राकृतगुणाः मिश्रिताः न भवन्ति इति भक्तः प्रपञ्चे एव स्यात् नाम भक्तः जीवन्मुक्तः अस्ति चेत् अस्मिन् प्रपञ्चे एव स्यात् परन्तु इमोशन्स् भवति खलु भगवतः कृते भावाः ते गुणैः अतीताः वर्तन्ते गुणातीत वर्तन्ते अवगतम् ओके प्रेम सूर्यांशु साम्यभाक् नाम प्रेम्णः अंकुररूपः अंकुर नाम किञ्चित् सीड्लिङ्ग् इति वर्तते खलु ट्री वृक्षः भवति चेत् तस्य सीड्लिङ्ग् भवति किञ्चित् नाम इदानीमेव उत्पद्यते नाम उत्पादं प्राप्नोति इति किञ्चित् अंकुररूपेण तिष्ठति सो भावः एव अग्रे गत्वा प्रेमः भवति प्रेम ओके सो प्रेम्णः प्रथमच्छविरूपः एतदेव अन्यरीत्या उक्तं सूर्यांशुः इव कथं वा सूर्यांशः इव वर्तते इत्युक्ते सूर्यकिरणानां दर्शनानन्तरम् अचिरात् सूर्यः उदेति प्रथमं वयं सूर्यं न पश्यामः किञ्चित् किरणानि एव पश्यामः पश्चात् सूर्यं पश्यामः तद्रीत्या प्रथमं भावः इति किञ्चित् जानीमः पश्चात् तदेव कंडेन्स्ड् रूपेण दृढतया दृढस्थितिं प्राप्नोति चेत् प्रेम इति भवति ओके रुचिभिर्चित्तमासृण्यकृत् okay masrunya means melted or even softened like that or moistened by ruchibihi by the taste ruchaya chittam mradayati okay apitu idanim prema iti tasya lakshanam janimah सीमा भगिनी पठितुं शक्नोति वा
अवश्यम् सम्यं शृणित स्वान्तो ममत्वातिशयाङ्कितः भावस एव सान्द्रात्मा बुद्धैः प्रेम निगद्यते
सो बुधैः किं वदन्ति इत्युक्ते प्रेम नाम किम् इत्युक्ते ममत्वातिशयाङ्कितः ममत्व इति भावः वर्तते तत्र नाम कृष्ण मम अस्ति अहं कृष्णस्य अस्मि इति पर्सनल फीलिंग भवति तत्र नाम मम कृष्ण एव अस्ति एवं रीत्या एव सः वर्तते एवं रीत्या तत् किञ्चित् पर्सनल रिलेशनशिप वर्तते तत्र अपि तु भावः एव सान्द्रात्मा भवति नाम कंडेन्स्ड भवति भावः एव मोर एंड मोर कंडेन्स्ड भवति चेत् प्रेम अपि तु सम्यक् 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 मसृणित स्वान्तः नाम चित्तम् अन्तःकरणं सम्यक्तया मृदयति तदा ओके इट्स वेरी वेरी सॉफ्टेन्ड एव्री स्मॉल थिंग भक्तः कुत्रापि पीकॉक फेदर दर्शयति चेत् कृष्णं स्मृत्वा सः भावं नाम एक्स्टाटिक् इमोशन्स् अनुभवति इति किञ्चित् उदाहरणानि अपि पश्यामः अग्रे किञ्चित् टेबल रूपेण स्थापितवती अत्र भावः प्रेमः इति कथं वा भेदः वर्तते इति सूर्योपमा इति स्वीकुर्मश्चेत् भावः सूर्यकिरणः प्रेम तु सूर्यः एव साक्षात् मसृणत्वं नाम सॉफ्टनेस इति पश्यामश्चेत् किञ्चित् चित्तं मृदयति न सम्पूर्णतया नास्ति परन्तु अत्र सम्पूर्णं सॉफ्ट भवति अतः एव अस्मिन् दर्शने ज्ञानस्य वैराग्यस्य बहु प्रामुख्यता नास्ति यतोहि प्रत्येकतया ज्ञानं नाम न तु भक्तिज्ञानं परन्तु इम्पर्सनल् ज्ञानम् इति कथ्यन्ते खलु नाम अद्वैतज्ञानं तद् बहु सम्पादयामश्चेत् अपि तु वैराग्यं यत् फल्गुवैराग्यं न तु युक्तवैराग्यं यत् वयं चर्चितं पूर्व अस्माभिः चर्चितं नाम त्यजामः एतद् मास्तु एतद् मास्तु त्यजामश्चेत् कृष्णस्य सम्बन्धेन विना तत् तत्र भक्त्यां न उपयोक्तुं कुर्मः इति विचिन्त्य त्यजामश्चेत् किं भवति इत्युक्ते हृदयं बहु दृढः भवति नाम हार्ड् भवति चेत् इमोशन्स् नाम भावः उत्पादितुं बहु कठिनः भवति अतः एव भक्तिमार्गे किञ्चित् बैलेन्स् करणीयं भवति नाम सम्यक्तया यद्यत् आचार्यैः उक्तं तद्रीत्या एव गन्तव्यं नो चेत् भावपर्यन्तम् आगन्तुं बहु कठिनः भवति यतोहि भक्त्यामेव शक्ति अस्ति वासुदेवे भगवती भक्तियोगप्रयोजित जनयति आशु वैराग्यं ज्ञानं च यत् अहेतुकं तो ज्ञानं वैराग्यं च भक्ति एव उत्पादयति अतः अन्यरीत्या कोऽपि प्रयत्नं न कर्तुं शक्नुमः अस्माकं ध्यानं केवलं कथं वा अहं शृणोमि कथं वा ध्यायामि कथं वा एतत् सर्वं साधनापद्धत्यां प्रगतिं करोमि इत्येव चिन्तनीयः भवति ओके कैः इत्युक्ते भावे तु रुचिभिः मसृणुता भवति परन्तु प्रेम्नि ममत्वेन कम्प्लीट्लि साफ्ट् भवति ओके डिफरेन्स् वर्तते खलु नाम यदा माता वर्तते मातुः फीलिङ्ग्स् यदा पुत्रेण सह वर्तते तद् किञ्चित् गभीरतया गच्छति परन्तु अन्यस्य कृते वा किमपि रिलेटिव्स् कृते वा वर्तते चेत् बहु हार्ट् हृदयं तत्र न इन्वाल्व् भवति सो ममत्वम् इति फैमिली रिलेशन् मध्ये भवितुम् अर्हति अतः एव तद् रागात्मिकजनानाम् एव वर्तन्ते अतः वयं गोपालकाः भूत्वा कृष्णस्य फैमिली मध्ये भविष्यामश्चेतेव सम्पूर्णतया अनुभवामः परन्तु अत्र रागानुगायां वयं किञ्चित् अनुसरामः तावदेव परन्तु सम्पूर्णतया ममत्वं इदानीं तु मानसिकस्तरे भवितुम् अर्हति जीवन्मुक्ते इति स्तरे परन्तु अग्रे गत्वा कृष्णेन सह यदा वयं जन्म प्राप्नुमः तदा एव मम फ्रेंड अस्ति सः मम सहोदरः अस्ति इति चिन्तयामः ओके आनन्दः न्यूनस्थित्याम् अस्ति अत्र बहु नाम कंप्लीट नास्ति प्रथमदश अपेक्षया नाम भाव अपेक्षया परमानन्दोत्कर्षं प्राप्तम् अत्र इतोपि अधिकं सन्तोषं भक्तः अनुभवति ओके प्रेम्णः उदाहरणम् एतत् बहु सम्यक् अस्ति अत्र 11 स्कन्धे उक्तं वर्तते पठतु नरसिंह
एवं व्रतस्वप्रियनाम कीर्त्या जातानुरागो धृतचित्त उच्चैः असत्यथोरोदतिरौतिगायत्युन्मादवनृत्यति लोकबाह्यः
सो कथं वा सः यः भक्तः भावस्तरे अस्ति कथं वा सः आचरति इति प्रदर्शयति कदाचित् बहवः जनाः न प्रदर्शयन्ति यतोहि तत् सहजीया इति चिन्तयन्ति नो चेत् कोऽपि अवगन्तुमपि न शक्नुमः एषः किमर्थं रोदिति इति परन्तु कदाचित् यत् इंटर्नल नाम इंटिमेट सर्कल्स मध्ये ते प्रदर्शयन्ति चेत् कथं भवति इति अत्र उक्तं वर्तते एवं व्रतः सो व्रतः नाम किम् इत्युक्ते शृण्वन् इति आदि प्रकारः श्रवणं कीर्तनम् इत्यादि प्रकाराः सः निष्ठतया बहु सिन्सियर्ली करोति चेत् अग्रे गत्वा स्वप्रियनाम कीर्त्या बहवः कृष्णस्य बहवः नामानि सन्ति परन्तु तेषु एकम् अस्माकं बहु इष्टदायकं भवति. सो तस्य तत् उच्चारणे प्रगति बहु वाट् टु से सुलभतया प्रगतिं कर्तुं शक्नुमः. स्वप्रियनाम कीर्त्या नाम गाने जात अनुरागः, अनुरागः जातः यस्य सः. सो तस्य अनुरागः जातः नाम अफेक्षन् एतत् जातः. धृतचित्तः, धृतचित्तः नाम एतत् दर्शनोत्कण्ठाग्नि चित्तं रदयति. अत्र बहवः कृष्णं पश्यामि, कृष्णं न द्रष्टुं शक्नुमः इति उत्कण्ठतया चित्तं बहु मृदयति, अश्रुपातनम् इत्यादि भवति. वदतु नरसिंह.
एतत् जातानुरागो नाम एफेक्षन् किम् उक्तवती?
जातः अनुरागः यस्य सः और यस्मिन् सः. His affection for Krishna is awakened. Rauti nama uchchaihi rodati, nama hissing sound or like like very very lamenting crying, like very loud crying. Roditi nama maybe you can silently cry, but rauti nama it's like you're expressing really everything. Okay. लोकबाह्यै नाम लोकानां हास्य प्रशंसा सम्मान अवमानादिषु अवधानशून्यः. सो सः किमपि न चिन्तयति, एते हसन्ति, एते अवमानं कुर्वन्ति इति किमपि न चिन्तयति. सः कृष्णस्य ध्याने एव निमग्नः भवति. ओके. बहु सुन्दर नाम एका कथा, सुन्दरा कथा विश्वनाथचक्रवर्ती आचार्येण उक्तं वर्तते एतस्य व्याख्याने. सो तत् पठित्वा वयं किञ्चित् ज्ञातुं शक्नुमः, नाम कथं वा हसति, कथं वा रौति रोदति इति शनैः पठिष्यामः. प्रथम लाइन पंक्ति मारुति पठतु.
अये हयङ्गवीनं नवनीतं चोरयितं यशोदा सुतश्चौरः गृहं प्रविष्टस्तदयं प्रियतां गृह्णातु
आव्रियताम्
आच्छादयतु इति बहिर्जरति गिरमाकर्ण्य पलायितुं प्रवृत्तः कृष्णं स्फूर्ति प्राप्तम् आलक्ष्य हसति.
ओके.
चित्रं बहु सम्यक् अस्ति.
एतद् AI मध्ये कृतवती. सो एतद् डिस्क्रिप्शन् दत्तवती इंग्लिश मध्ये. सो सः एतद् बहु सम्यक्तया वर्णयति, अतः बहु सन्तोषं मम अपि. सो जरति इति एका गोपस्त्री अस्ति, अत्र वर्तते खलु. जरति इति वृद्धा गोपस्त्री अस्ति. सा कृष्णं पश्यति, नाम सः नवनीतं चोरयितुम् आगच्छति इति. यशोदासुतः चौरः मम गृहम् आगतम्, मम गृहं प्रविष्टवान्, तदयं ध्रियतां, सः उच्चैः वदति. ध्रियतां नाम गृह्णातु, तं गृह्णातु, तम् आच्छादयतु, कुत्रापि न गच्छेत् सः इति सा वदति. भक्तः एतद् मनसि एतत् सर्वं एतस्याः लीलायाः दर्शनं कुर्वन् अस्ति. अतः सः एतत् कृष्णस्य स्फूर्ति प्राप्य सः हसति. एतत् चित्रं दृष्ट्वा सः हसति. ओ वाव्, कृष्ण आगतं, परन्तु सा खण्डनं कृतवती. इदानीं कृष्णः बहिः गन्तुम् उद्युक्तः अस्ति इति सर्वं दृष्ट्वा सः हसति. अग्रे किं भवति? नरसिंह पठतु.
पूर्तिभङ्गे सति अहो प्राप्तो महानिधिर्मे हस्तच्युत इति विषीदन् रोदिति.
सो इदानीं बिकास् अत्र कृष्णः गन्तुम् उद्युक्तः खलु, बहिः गन्तुम्. अतः स गच्छति, बहिः गच्छति. सो स्फूर्तिभङ्गः भवति, नाम कृष्णं न द्रष्टुं शक्नोति इदानीं. सो तदा सः महानिधिर्मे हस्तच्युतः, अहं मम निधिः गतः इदानीं. कृष्ण एव मम निधिः, महानिधिः अस्ति, सः गतः, किं करणीयम् इति विषीदन्, दुःखम् अनुभवन् सः रोदिति. ओके, पश्चात् भार्गवी भगिनी पठतु.
हे प्रभो वासी देहि मे प्रत्युत्तरम् इति पुत्कृत्य उच्चैः हिसिङ्ग् रौति.
सो इदानीं सः वासी कुत्र असि भगवान् भगवान् देहि मम प्रत्युत्तरम् उत्तरं ददातु कुत्र असि इति सः उच्चैः रौति. इदानीं किञ्चित् इन्टेन्स् अभवत्. इदानीं पश्चात् भो भक्ता त्वत् उत्कारं श्रुत्वा एव आयतोऽस्मि इति पुनः स्फूर्ति प्राप्तं तम् आलक्ष्य गायति. अद्याहं कृतार्थोऽस्मि इति आनन्देन उन्मादवन् नृत्यति. ओके, सो अत्र कृष्णः वदति, ओ भवान् एव माम् आह्वयति, इदानीम् आह्वयन् अस्ति, अतः अहम् आगता अस्मि इति सः वदति. पुनः तं दृष्ट्वा कृतार्थः सन् भक्तः उन्मादवन् नृत्यति. बहु नाम इमोशन्स् द्रष्टुं शक्नुमः. आदौ हसति, पुनः रोदिति, पुनः रौति, पुनः उन्मादवन् नृत्यति. एतत् सर्वे भावे भविष्यति इति एकम् उदाहरणम्. ओके, अग्रे अन्यथा अपि प्रेम्णः लक्षणं वर्तते. सर्वथा ध्वंसरहितं सत्यपि ध्वंसकारणे यद्भावबन्धनं यूनोः स प्रेमा परिकीर्तितः. सो ध्वंसकारणे सति सर्वथा ध्वंसरहितं, lot of obstacles will be there, even lot of obstacles are there, the love doesn't break. Then the yunoho nama both between the girl and the boy prema iti pratikirtitah. एतद् विशेषतया परकीय भावे नाम रसे वर्तते. स्वकीय नाम कृष्ण एव मम पति इति, परकीय नाम कृष्ण अन्यस्य पति, मम पति कोई अन्य अस्ति, परन्तु मम कृष्णस्य उपरि प्रेम अस्ति इति कृष्णे. सो तद् भवति राधिका श्रीमती राधारानी गोप्यः सर्वे. उदाहरणे श्रीमती राधायाः विवाहः अभिमन्यु इति कृष्णस्य चवि नाम शैडो इति तेन सह विवाहम् अभवत्. पश्चात् तस्य मदर् इन् लॉ सिस्टर् इन् लॉ अपि भवतः जटिला कुटिला इति. सो ते अपि सर्वदा वाट् इस् ए पोलिसिङ्ग् कुर्वन्ति, राधा कदापि न गच्छेत् कृष्णं मेलितुम् इति. अतः बहवः क्लेशाः सन्ति. नाम सर्वे किमपि वदन्ति, सा विवाहिता, सा अन्यं द्रष्टुं गच्छति इति रूमर्स् भवन्ति. एतत् सर्वं विस्मृत्य राधिका श्रीमती राधारानी कृष्णेन सह गच्छति. सो तद् अतः बहु नाम रोमाञ्चः वर्तते तत्र. नाम हस्बेण्ड् अस्ति चेत् जानीमः खलु, सर्वदा मया सह एव वर्तते सा, परन्तु एतद् बहु कृष्णस्य अपि बहु रुचिकरम् अस्ति. यतोहि किमपि कर्तुं शक्नोति सः, नाम त्यक्त्वा गन्तुं शक्नोति, नाम आलिङ्गनं कर्तुं शक्नोति, किमपि कर्तुं शक्नोति, परन्तु तासां प्रेम किमपि न्यूनं न भवति इति बहु विश्वासः वर्तते तस्यापि. परन्तु एकवारं रुक्मिणी इति कृष्णस्य पत्नी वर्तते खलु, तस्याः कृते एकवारं एकः हासं करोति कृष्णः. वदति, किमर्थं मां विवाहं कृतवती भवती, बहवः अन्ये राजानः सन्ति खलु, ते बहवः नाम वेल्ती सन्ति, शौर्याः ते सर्वे, किमर्थं माम् अहं तु गोपालकः, मम कोऽपि धनमेव नास्ति इति वर्णयित्वा बहु टीस् करोति ताम्. सा तु एकनिमिषमपि कृष्णं विना वर्तितुं न ऊहितुमेव शक्नोति सा. अतः इमीडियेट्लि फेण्ट् भविष्यति, मूर्छा प्राप्नोति, इमीडियेट्लि मूर्छा प्राप्नोति. सो कृष्णः अन्य 2 more hands he manifested 2 more hands. So in 4 hands, in 2 hands he was holding her falling, and 2 hands he was something, I don't know what he was doing. He was wiping her tears or something. So he had to manifest 2 extra hands to protect her from falling down. So, but whereas with Radharani and all the gopis, Krishna can anytime leave, anytime come, anytime go. But from their side, their love never diminishes. It only increases because Viraha Anubhavena itopi nama very close bhavanti iti.
But
Narsima?
for Rukmini, everyone, their love becomes lesser. Same. Lakshmi, everyone.
They may not become less, but they don't know how to function in that mode. They cannot imagine. For example, within the queens is competition. Krishna, how many queens does Krishna have?
16,800.
16,108 queens. Yeah, so Krishna has 16,108 wives. And Krishna built separate palaces for each of the queen, and he expanded himself into stay with each of them, give personal time. And with each of them, he has 10 kids. But still, sometimes there's a competition among the queens who will stay with Krishna, and they try to do something such a way that, they get more attention with Krishna and things like that. But whereas all the gopis, they're very, very selfless. They know what Krishna likes, and if Krishna likes to be with other gopi, okay, let him be like that. They're very, very sharing in that way. So here the queens, they cannot even imagine sharing their husband, or the husband goes away from them completely. They don't know how to function in that world. They always have been with Krishna. So like that. So, but here, because their love is much more selfless, the gopis love, that they want to love Krishna even when it's so called Krishna is not reciprocating with their love. That is like, once I think Seema Bhagini only told, what is Prema is unconditional, unmotivated love. That's it. So there's no conditions. Okay, only when you be with me, then only I'll love you. If you go away, I'll not love you. Not like that. Okay. So that is the complete unconditional love only expressed by the Gopi Janas of Brajabhumi. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has came to give mainly, Okay, next. Okay. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu api Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kaha Sri Krishna parantu Radhayaha bhavam स्वीकृत्य आगच्छति खलु अतः tasya nama based on her feelings, he in the Shishtastakam he in the 8th verse of Shishtastakam Savadati Ashlishya va padaratam pinashtu mam adarshanan marmahatam karotu va yatha tatha va vidadatu lampato mat prananatastu saevana para. So Radharani etat vadati tasya pada ashritam mam ashlishya nama embrace alinganam krutva paramrishati nama handles roughly. Okay. अथवा अदर्शनेन मम हृदय भंगम करोति चेदपि यथा इच्छति तथा करोतु सः परन्तु सः लम्पटः चीटर एव मम प्राणनाथः न कोऽपि अपरः. अवगतं किल? कृष्ण कुत्रापि गच्छेत् कया सह अपि एन्जाय् कुर्यात् परन्तु सः एव मम प्राणनाथः भवति. अहं सः न नाम रेसिप्रोकेट् करोति इति मम मूल आश्रय mama what to say main person whom I worship, I'm not going to change because of that, because this is the highest level, prema, right? We are not talking about figuring out whom I should worship, right? So we are very, very high level at this point. So it's already fixed. I want to give my heart to Krishna, and whatever happens, whether Krishna reciprocates or doesn't reciprocate, I want to still continue to love me. And similarly for sadhakas also, we are in this world, and Krishna right now we cannot see him, but we continuously pray, Krishna, give me only situations such that whatever situation happens, let me only always favorably remember you. I know because of my karma, I may have to go through many tough situations, but just give me a remembrance favorable to you, pleasing to you in all situations. So it's not that something happens and I say, oh, there is no Krishna. I did japa for 20 years. What is the use? And I just give up and go away. So it should not be like that. So we have to prepare our consciousness and we have to pray like that. Okay, Lampataha, because he is called libertine. So he is free with many ladies, Krishna. So that type of Krishna we love, actually. So I'm happy if Krishna wants to enjoy with other girl. I'm perfectly happy. I love because Krishna is going to be happy. So I'm going to be happy. That's it. That's a selfless love. Okay. इदानीं किञ्चित् प्रेम प्रभेदान् पश्यामः. ओके. माहात्म्यज्ञानयुक्तश्च केवलश्चेति सद्विधा. सो प्रेमः द्विधा वर्तते. केवलः भवति अपि तु माहात्म्य और महात्मज्ञानयुक्तः. ओके. सो तदेव कोशरूपेण नाम चार्ट् रूपेण स्थापितवती. प्रेम महिमज्ञानयुक्तः केवलः. महिमज्ञानयुक्तः नाम कृष्णस्य ऑपुलेंस जानीमः, ततः किञ्चित् मिश्रणं भवति. नाम ऑपुलेंस अपि द्रष्टुं शक्नुमः, माधुर्यम् अपि द्रष्टुं शक्नुमः. अत्र नाम द्वारका पर्यन्तम् एतद् वर्तते. परन्तु केवलं व्रजे एव वर्तते. तत्र तु कृष्णस्य ऐश्वर्यमेव न ते सर्वं जानेयुः. जानेयुः, यतोहि कृष्ण एव स्वयं भगवान् अस्ति इति सर्वं ज्ञातवन्तः. परन्तु तदेव मुख्यमेव नास्ति तेषां कृते. मम सखा अस्ति, मम फ्रेंड अस्ति, मम लवर् अस्ति इत्येव चिन्तयति. यतोहि माधुर्यं, श्रीकृष्णस्य माधुर्यमेव तेषां माधुर्ये बहु अभिरुचि अस्ति. न तु सः ब्रह्माण्डं निर्माति, सर्वेषां सः मेंटेनर अस्ति, एतत् सर्वं ज्ञानं तेषां किमपि नास्ति एव तेषां कृते. अतः अत्र वर्तते रूपगुणलीलादीनां माधुर्यमात्र अनुभव हेतुत्वम्. Because of the experience of the sweetness in Rupa Guna Leela, that's what is going to increase their love for him. Not that knowing that, okay, Krishna is very opulent, okay, he is a kingdom, yes, Dwaraka is in charge of Dwaraka. Knowing that will not actually increase their opulence. Actually, it's reverse. That's what we'll discuss today. When when Krishna left Vrindavan, when Akrura comes and takes them, Krishna goes for 100 years. I think he takes care of all his duties of killing Kamsa, Jarasandha, all the demons, everything. And finally, when Krishna meets the gopis in Kurukshetra war, because there was a solar eclipse. Solar eclipse is a time where all the people come to Kurukshetra because it's a holy place to do some extra tapasya for the sake of everybody's whole world's calmness. So there actually Srimati Radharani sees again after a long time Shri Krishna. But Katam Asit Saha, he is like a Raja. He's like a Raja with a helmet. He's no more wearing peacock feather. He doesn't have a flute. And he walks with so many followers. Somebody's fanning him. Somebody's putting, chamara on him. And, he is a royal king now. He has a throne and so many jewelries. So Radharani sees, who is this? This is not my Krishna. I like the Krishna who is wearing peacock feather, who plays with the cows, and who is, he's carefree, and walks everywhere, and he just plays his flute and like that. I like that Krishna, and he wears a Vanamali garland. So then she says, Krishna, come, let's go to Vrindavan. That's what is Ratha Yatra, where the gopis take Krishna from Dwaraka to Vrindavan. They pull the chariot like that, they pull Krishna into Vrindavan. So that's what happens there. So actually the Aishwarya, when they see, it disturbs their mood because the intimacy goes away when you have Aishwarya. Even in this world we see, right? Maybe we find a person, let's say we are in a stage where we are trying to marry or finding somebody, let's say, and we find somebody who's like CEO of a big position and like he's a boss, he has a lot of wealth. When from far we feel like, wow, impressive. But let's say we start talking to that person, and then gradually we will see that he doesn't have good qualities, he lies, he has bad habits. Then how long would that opulence attract us to stay with him? Eventually we have to stay with that person whole life. Would you be interested in doing that? How does the opulence really satisfy us, or loving dealings satisfy us? if that guy is always hitting us or abusing us, then would we be happy with him? So like that, of course, it doesn't mean here Krishna is abusive or anything, but uh, see, the opulence has a effect of different mood. Actually, it creates a different mood of awe and reverence. For example, in Dwaraka, when Krishna goes to Dwaraka, actually, he many times he cries. Silently he cries because he misses the intimate mood in Braja. He cries, when will I again go back where Mother Yashoda puts me on her lap and he fixes my peacock feather, which was disturbed because of my playing. Like that he thinks, and who will chastise me like my gopis are chastising me? Here everybody treats me like a king. Everybody says sir, yes sir. And if I cry also, nobody can understand why I'm crying. They will say, oh Raja, you are Raja, why are you crying? They will say. So he feels very lost actually. He doesn't feel. Vrindavan is Krishna's home. That's where he is really, he can lie down anywhere on the bed or he relax and everything. But everywhere else, actually, Krishna is just serving his devotees everywhere. But here in Vrindavan, everybody serves Krishna nicely. Okay, so that's the reason. Even if we have that Madhurya Rasa with Krishna, but if you don't follow Raganuga path, only Raganuga path will allow us to go to Vraja. But if you don't follow Raganuga path, then we can become a Mahishi or queen in Dwaraka. So because there the opulence is there, the Kevala Bhakti will happen only by following the Vrajavasi Janaha. Okay, Raganuga Bhaktyam. So anya api prabheda vartate anyaha bhavotto bhavototi prasadotha श्रीहरेरिति तद्विदा. So द्विधा उत्पादितुं शक्नुमः नाम अग्रे वर्धितुं शक्नुमः भावोत्तः नो चेत् प्रसादोत्तः श्रीहरे प्रसादोत्तः. ओके, भावोत्तः नाम साधन भक्त्याम् अग्रे वयमेव क्षमां कुर्मः अग्रे अग्रे गमिष्यामः. प्रसादोत्तः नाम causelessly, हेतु विना श्रीकृष्णः कदाचित् दयां करोति. ओ एषः भक्तः मम इष्ट अस्ति भक्तस्य कृते, अतः अहं फ्रीली प्रेम दास्यामि इति कदाचित् करोति. बहु रेर् अस्ति परन्तु भावोत्तः नाम अत्र अपि मार्गद्वयं वर्तते खलु. वैदी मार्गेण गत्वा भावमपि प्राप्नुं शक्नुमः, नो चेत् रागानुग मार्गे अपि. अतः प्रसादोत्तः नामकं श्रीकृष्णस्य आत्मना सङ्गदानादिः. सो यदा चिन्तयतु, कदाचित् सडन्ली श्रीकृष्णस्वरूपे स्वस्वरूपे अस्माकं दृष्टिगोचरः भविष्यति चेत् कियत् अद्भुतः वर्तते सः, कियान् अद्भुतः वर्तते. अतः immediately we will, he will touch us, or maybe some then you immediately develop that feelings for him. Okay, so that's what he gives, his own sangha, direct sangha he gives. That's how he gives his mercy. Okay, otherwise we gradually devotee follows the sadhana bhakti by the sadhana or raganuga bhakti and comes to the stage of bhava. Then you will go to prema. That bhava will consolidate and become condensed and become prema. So then that's why mahima jnana yukta syad vidhi marga anusarinam. So the bhava of vidhi marga is mahima jnana yukta. Okay, raganuga tu prayashah kevalo bhavet. So if you follow the Raganuga path, then the Prema is Kevala. It's very clear, right? So actually I had to do a lot of tricks here because the verses are listed in a different order, but I had to do in a way that it doesn't cause confusion. So that's why I had to tie it together like that. See, this is first comes and this one comes later, and the one which I discussed earlier is in the middle. But then this way we understand there are two ways of dividing Prema. So one is whether it's Kevala or Mahima Jnana Yuktaha. Other one is how it's produced. It's either from Bhava or by mercy of Krishna. And then Bhava also two types, Vaidhi Bhava through Vaidhi Marga or Raganuga Marga. So then again here, now Vaidhi Marge Bhava Kevala Bhavati. No, sorry. Mahima Jnana Yukta Bhavati. No chet Raganuga Marge Bhavaha Kevala Bhavati. इति संक्षिप्तेन वक्तुं शक्नुमः. So agre किञ्चिदस्ति वयं पूर्वमेव दृष्टवन्तः नाम अत्र अष्टाः सन्ति इति उक्तवती नाम अष्टाः के इति न उक्तवती अतः सो उत्तमा भक्ति नाम साधनं भाव प्रेम इति सूत्रं वर्तते सो साधनं साध्ये भावः प्रेम इति परन्तु अग्रे स्तराः सन्ति खलु ते के इत्युक्ते भावः प्रेम प्रणयः स्नेहः रागः अनुरागः महाभावः ओके बहवः लक्षणानि एतत् सर्वेषां लक्षणानि एग्जाम् उदाहरणानि अपि सन्ति परन्तु तत् बहु बहु भवति अस्मिन् दर्शने सारी अस्यां प्रणाल्याम् अतः उद्देशसूत्रमेव उद्देशरूपेण एव उक्तवती
एतत् प्रेम अनन्तरं प्रणय सर्वम् आगच्छति
so they're advanced levels of prema
तथैव आगच्छति
tataiva nama it's a cultivation see bhakti is cultivation there is a process for doing that okay so how we come from how we come from shraddha sadhu sangha and then finally you come to anartha nivritti right how you go sequentially so similarly there is a way to go the more and more the love becomes more and more condensed and deep and now at the level of prema krishna's darshanam api bhavati atah because of the relationships and everything it goes more and more deeper okay like that
गोप्य कस्मिन् न सन्ति अनुरागे
yeah that's what I'm telling actually so most of the gopis they can come until I think dwaraka they come until prema okay but all the gopis they have potential to experience mahabhava but mahabhava is mostly only for Sri Radha Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Madhavendra Puri these are the only three personalities who can experience mahabhava okay but the gopis or mancharis who are like minded to Sri Radha like-minded means basically sahrudaya so they may very much are intimately tied with Radharani's mood so if Radharani experiences happiness they experience happiness if she is sad they experience sadness so if they are so like-minded then some parts of whenever she experiences mahabhava they also feel highest levels of ecstasy okay so that's the point but actually otherwise Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also because he took the Radharani's mood he also experienced mahabhava we'll discuss that how he experienced in a minute somehow he was very special Madhavendra Puri is Ishvara Puri's guru Ishvara Puri is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's guru so somehow he got special mercy and he was able to experience mahabhava okay okay next let's go to the next section it should be very short anushtanani okay etavata kepi prashnaः सन्ति वा नो न खलु नरसिंहवे पृच्छन् अस्ति भारती सर्वम् अवगतं किल ओके सो अनुष्ठानानां विषये चिन्तयामः सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ इति सो एव्रिथिङ्ग् स्टार्ट्स् वित् जिह्वा आदिः यस्य सः इति एव्रिथिङ्ग् स्टार्ट्स् वित् द टङ्ग् सो जिह्वया किं कर्तुं शक्नुमः वदतु भारती कथं सेवां कर्तुं शक्नुमः जिह्वया
कृष्णस्य कीर्तनं तदनन्तरं क्लास् कर्तुं
प्रथमं किं करोति
जपः
अपि तु
प्रसादं खादति
प्रसादं खादति एतत् मुख्यं बेबी स्टेप्स् अस्ति जपकरणम् अपि तु प्रसादं खादनम् ओके एतत् मुख्य अंशाः वर्तते तो जपः नाम पूर्वस्यां कक्षायां बहु चर्चितम् अत्र नाम कदा करणीयं कथं करणीयं कथं ध्यानं दातव्यम् अपि तु कस्य मन्त्रस्य करणीयम् इति किञ्चित् स्पृष्टं नाम बहु एव स्पृष्टं सो इदानीं तु नाम इतोपि किञ्चित् इण्डिकेशन्स् दास्यामि ओके कथं करणीयम् इति सो आदौ जपस्य प्राक् श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य मन्त्र प्रणामः वक्तव्यं यतोहि अपराधान् ते निर्मूलयन्ति ओके सो जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay. Atra Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nama Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. Then Nityananda, if you see the Pancha, I should have put the Panchatattva picture actually. So Nityananda is on his left side. So that's Balaram. And Advaita is Shiva and Vishnu avatara together. Advaita Acharya usually is an elderly person. He has a beard. Gadadhara is on the right side. It's Radharani's expansion. Srivasa is the Narada Muni's expansion. Is on the rightmost here. Okay. And Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Okay. Other devotees of Gaura. All of them we are making Jaya. Jaya means prayers. Okay. We are taking everybody's blessings. We should do this one time. Then we can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare iti. Minimum Ekamala. Ekamala, it takes only maybe max 9 minutes because we should not break it below that. They say, 108 times at least we should do. Gradually, we can step it up to 16 malas. And actually, 64 also somebody can do if they want. But at least, that's the minimum for initiation and things like that if they want. Or for actually, Srila Prabhupada is like a doctor, right? So he said what is required to inoculate ourselves from Maya day to day. So he said, okay, doctor knows, right, what is the dose of the medicine. So he says, okay, minimum 16 rounds, not beyond, not below that, he told. So gradually we can come to 16 rounds. It's a gradual process. So because we have other activities, other things, we don't want to disturb that. First, initially, we can start with one round, which takes 10 minutes with the japa beads. So we have a japa bag here, which holds the beads so that it is not placed in a uncontaminated place. And then when we chant, we can hold the bead outside and chant, or we put in the bead bag. And this is called Krishna bead. One main bead will be there here. Hopefully, you're able to see. This is called Krishna bead. And then there will be 108 other beads. Okay. One side there will be a little bit thicker, other side there will be smaller. Okay. Like this. So we start with the thicker one. But we have to hold this finger outside because this is called index finger, which usually we use to point things to others. Okay. So we put like this, hold this in the bead. So we put from the big side of the bead bag, hold it and put the finger out like this. And here this is called counter, to count how many rounds we have done. So usually this has 20, but 4 is for the multiples of 16. So other 16 and 4 you can separate. The 4 we put the other side, but the 16 will be in a continuous thread. So every day we actually start with down, put it down, all the beats. As we chant, we keep it pulling up. So end of the day, we know we have chanted 16 rounds. But that's a long time goal. But if you're chanting only one round, then we don't even need to worry about this. Then we put the finger out like this. And when you put inside, what do we do inside is, when we chant, we pull the bead towards us. So we chant one mantra in this. Like first we tell Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya mantra. Then see, this is, I told, right, this Krishna bead and this is the other bead. So we pull the beads towards us like here. And Chaitanya Maha mantra we should chant only one time for a japa session, not like one time for each round. Okay. Like let's say assume we are chanting 4 rounds, then you chant Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mantra one time, then continuously we can chant Hare Krishna mantra. Okay. 4 times, 4 malas. So when we chant like Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, then we pull the bead towards us. Then you go to the next one. So we have to support the beads with this finger, like this, and we have to pull like this, like this. Anyway, there'll be a lot of videos, I think, how to do japa and things like that if you have doubt. Or if you go to some nearby temple, ask some devotee, they can show us also. But in this context, I just showed the basic minimum because last time who is this Ramani Bhagini was asking, is Radha Ashtami, what can I do extra, to increase my devotion? Then I was telling we can do japa, start with japa. That's a very auspicious day to start. But in the next class, I'm going to show you how to do the japa actually. So that's what, I'm trying to share here. Okay. Then, yeah, like that you continue. And then when the one mala finishes, then what we do is, if suppose we are doing more than one round, so when we do like this, we'll come like this. We'll come like this, right? will come like this. The small one will be like this. Then we just have to flip the beads like this. And again start with the small one now. Like this, pulling the small one inside. So actually it said that this 108 beads are 108 gopis. And the first 8, usually in malas, after first 8, there will be a extra knot. So the first 8 are the primary gopis. And then there is extra knot to separate them. So that's what it is. Okay. And what is the meaning we discussed already? What's the meaning of Hare Krishna mantra? O Radharani, O Krishna, please engage me in your service. So when we chant Radhe, Hare, Krishna will be very happy with us because Krishna loves Radharani. And when we chant Krishna or Rama, Radharani will be very happy because Rama is Raghava. Sorry, not Raghava. Rama is Radhika Ramana. So Radharani will be very happy. Oh, somebody is chanting my Lord's name. So they will be happy. So together we are making both of them happy. And they will say, oh, what do you want? We'll say, okay, I just want your service. In this life, please let me be engaged in your internal potency and service. And later also give me service in the spiritual world. Okay, that's what. Okay, now next step is prasadaha and bhogaha. Katam va bhogam arpayitum shaknumaha iti. Kinchit vivrunomi atra. एषः सिद्धान्तः वर्तते यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तो वदतु मारति भवान् जानाति किल
I learned this shloka that time.
वदतु मारति
यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते ते दुःखं पापा ये पश्यन्त्यात्मकारणात्
सो आत्मकारणात् नाम सेल्फिश् कृते मम भोगार्थं ये पचन्ति ते पापान् अनुभवन्ति भुञ्जते ये खादन्ति स्वस्य कृते एव भोजनं कृत्वा ये खादन्ति ते बहु अघं नाम पापान् अनुभवन्ति कर्म भवति तत्र कोऽपि पृच्छति ओ भवन्तः वदन्ति एनिमल् नाम पशुं खादामश्चेत् बहु पापं भवति यतोहि तं मारयित्वा एव खादन्ति परन्तु भवन्तः सर्वे अपि वृक्षान् वा नाम वेजिटेबल्स् एतत् सर्वस्य कर्तनं कृत्वा एव खादन्ति खलु तस्य अपि दोषः भवति खलु इति कोऽपि पृच्छति तदा वक्तव्यं नाम एषः सिद्धान्तः वर्तते जीवो जीवस्य जीवनम् इति एकः जीवः अन्यजीवस्य जीवनं नाम जीवनाधारः वर्तते तथा एव एतत् सर्वं प्रपञ्चं नाम निर्मातं तद् एवं रीत्या एव चलति सो किमपि अन्य उपाय एव नास्ति अस्मिन् जीवने अस्मिन् शरीरं मेंटेन् करणीयश्चेत् किमपि भोक्तव्यं खलु so atah we will try to minimize the violence okay that's one thing so we don't have to extremely go and start killing animals who have a higher consciousness so plants are supposed to have most dulled consciousness so plants roots vegetables we can use and other thing is but still there is reaction if we don't make it as a prasada and eat okay so that's why we do as a bhoga and offer to Krishna so that way Krishna accepts us like a master and then we accept as a servants we just taste his remnants so that becomes akarma completely and we will be completely freed from any reactions during cooking or anything else like that okay so that's the trick that's our yukta vairagya and there is no limit to what all wonderful things we can cook for Krishna even though initially it's because I like to eat we cook for Krishna but that's what is going to purify like anything actually prasada and japa these two are very very crucial pillars even for example prasada especially if let's say if our family members are not favorable and they don't allow you to explicitly do anything in bhakti just by silently making bhoga and offering to Krishna and giving them prasadam, gradually their heart will change. Become very favorable for Krishna. So that's why actually, what is they call? They say Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's weapon is prasada. They tell. Okay. Next one. Yeah. So she's an example of her offering. Okay, so what we need to purchase, I'm just going to discuss. Okay, we are not too late. Okay, so we need a bell for offering. and we need Achaman cup and Achaman spoon. Achaman is like basically maybe see here she has, right, this Achaman cup and spoon. Bell is when we offer prayers with Boga, we ring a bell to catch attention of Krishna. And silver or brass eating set, which is set separately for the Lord. So we don't eat in that. It's only for the Krishna, Radha Krishna. And initially we may not have deities like this because that's like a high elevated service. So we can get some pictures. I don't think I listed here. Basically, if you go to some temple or online also, you can download maybe Srila Prabhupada's picture and Radha Krishna's picture, and whoever, let's say we like Jagannath or anybody, whoever's picture we like as Krishna Avatara, and Chaitanya Panchatattva picture, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us the mantra, everything. The pictures we can just put it in the, like, make a small section in the house, like an altar, where you can come and offer the bhoga. Okay. Then if you have tulsi plant and leaves, that's very good, because Krishna doesn't accept anything without tulsi. Tulsi is very, very dear to him. So, we need to place the tulsi on each of the item that I will tell you. So now the process. First is we cook clean. So no, at least, no onion, garlic also. And of course, meat is not at all, like, it's not there. Krishna doesn't accept. And then, of course, if we have a habit of eating onion, garlic, what we can do is gradually we should do this. So maybe at least once a week, one meal you can cook without onion, garlic and offer and eat. So gradually the family members gets a taste. Oh yeah, we can make very edible dishes even without onion, garlic. Then slowly we can change. So there's no harm. Suddenly, if you do, then everybody will protest. Okay. So then also try to cook while hearing Krishna Katha. So that way you're trying to absorb yourself. Oh, I'm cooking this for Krishna. Let me do it nicely, like that. So you're remembering Krishna while cooking. So what usually I do is, I don't have much time to read and do many things. So what I do, I have this headset. This is my best friend. So while I have to cook something, my husband will be listening something or kids will be talking. So I put this headset and I keep on listening, whatever I do in kitchen or wherever it is, or sometimes even morning routine of taking bath, everything sometimes takes long time. So I just keep hearing some lecture and do my bodily activities. So that's how every minute we can try to utilize for Krishna. Okay. Set it in DT eating vessels. So once you cook, these are small vessels. So take one item, one, like for example, sambar, rice, and sabzi, everything in one place. Small containers, as if we are offering like a meal to a person. Okay. Then we place a tulsi leaf on each of the item. One item. If we have that many leaves, if we don't have that many leaves, then maybe central position we can put. Then we do Achamanam. So in this, actually, I found a very nice video. When I share the slides, hopefully this is clickable for you. If not, please let me know. I'll send you the video link separately. So you can do the Achamanam. Achamanam is how to purify the water and how to purify ourselves before we offer to Krishna. So we have to tell Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha, Om Narayana Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Om Vishnave Namaha, and then we offer to Krishna. Okay. And then we have to put one drop of the Achaman, purified water. And how the Achamanam water becomes pure is because we invite all the holy rivers to come into the water by saying a mantra. Gange Narsima, video darshetu. So we say Gange cha Yamuna chaiva Yamune chaiva Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. So we are inviting all the holy rivers to reside in the water. Because of the potency of the mantra, the water now became purified. Now we purify ourselves and then purify the offering, and then we offer to Krishna. How do we offer? There are some prayers. Prarthanaha. So first, this is called Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. Srila Prabhupada is all our Shiksha Guru who gave us the process, because we don't have eligibility directly to offer anything to Krishna. So what we are doing is we are offering to Guru, and Guru gradually through Guru Parampara is going to offer to Krishna. Okay, so we are doing it as a humble service. So this is his pranam mantra. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. So Srila Prabhupada went to the west, Paschatya Deshatarine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. So he completely uprooted the philosophies of impersonalism and voidism. Buddhism and Mayavadi. And Gauravani Pracharine. So he spread the message of Gaura, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namaste Saraswati Deve. He's a disciple of Saraswati, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Okay. Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine. That is his name. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It is name. Okay. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya. So he is located at Lord Vishnu's lotus feet. Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale. Bhutale in this world is most dear to Krishna. Okay, so that's the meaning of Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. So we have to tell this 3 times. Then we tell the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mantra. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. Mahavadanyaya. So he is the most munificent because he is giving the love for Krishna to everybody. Krishna Prema Pradayate is giving love for Krishna. He is also Krishna. Krishnaya, Krishna Chaitanya, Namne. His name is Krishna Chaitanya. This is Naman Shabdaha. So Namne is Chaturthi Vibhakti. Gaurat Vishe, he has a golden color. No, even though it's Krishna, he doesn't come with blackish color, but it's a golden color. Namaha. Okay, Namo Namaha. This also we tell 3 times. Then Namo, this is Krishna Pranama. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanya Hitaya cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So Krishna is very he's a lord of all Brahmanas and he's a well-wisher of all the Brahmanas. He's a well-wisher of all the Brahmanas and he is also well-wisher of the whole world. Tadrushaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Okay, this is also 3 times. Then we tell the Chaitanya mantra. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda 1 time. Then Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare 1 time. Then place it in front of Krishna, and if suppose there's a curtain or something, you can close it, or there's a door or something, you can close it so nobody sees, and then come outside and we can either do our Gayatri or japa that time, because it takes 10 minutes. It's a perfect time to do our japa. So we know there is a fixed time for our japa. So when Krishna is eating bhoga, I will sit 10 minutes and I will chant my round like that. And suppose we are able to offering 3 times because we eat 3 times, easily you will get to chant 3 rounds if you want. Okay.
No Pankajana Bhayadi don't tell.
No, that's not in these prayers. Okay. Then ring the bell. Those are extra prayers. When you take darshan, you can tell Nasma. Okay. You put your video down. We are not able to see your face properly. Little bit more. Adjust your screen. Okay. Then we ring the bell and say, okay, after leaving 10 minutes, now you clap and enter that arena and ring the bell and bow down. Of course, these prayers we are telling while bowing down. Girls, they do half bow down, like they don't do full dandavats. Dandavats means all elements, like full flat. But girls, they don't do like that. They basically knees only touch and hands touch. That's all. But our tummy stays up because some pregnant women are there. They cannot do like that, right? So that's why for ladies, it's a different way. Then, when we ring the bell, while ringing bell, we say all these prayers. Of course, initially we don't know the prayers, so we can take a printout and bow down or see down and recite the prayers. Then afterwards, when we take out, we clap and again ring the bell and chant the Hare Krishna mantra 1 time. And we say, thank you, Krishna Radharani, for accepting the bhoga. Now, please grace us, let us get purified by accepting your prasada. Now, we take the small items, right, with the original cooking preparations were there, and we mix the items back into the original cooking dishes. And then main important thing is we should wash the Krishna's vessels. So as if like king has eaten, so we clean the vessels first. And now we are really accepting as the prasada. Okay. So like that. So that's the simple procedure. And even on the webs online, you'll find, how to offer bhoga. Some videos will be there if this is not clear or something. But there will be so many other things also they mentioned there, like because they are showing a video with the deities. So a little bit longer procedure will be there. So I just gave it a simple thing which, we follow. Okay. And then finally, with family together, we can honor prasadam either while hearing Krishna Katha or some kirtan or something. So that it is said that prasadam should be honored in a peaceful mode mood, so that because it's going to cleanse us, and it's very good for our health also. It's not that we check some agitated news on the phone or something while eating, because the consciousness will go into the it comes into a system and will also create so much agitation in our hearts. So better to hear something very, very positive things at that time. Okay. So that's the prayer. And then, okay, next other important thing in the beginning stages, because we know that Navavida Bhakti is Shravanam Kirtanam. It starts with Shravanam. So luckily, because of this age of, multimedia, we have lot of access everywhere. We, even though temple is so far away, in those days, in our time, we could only hear. Of course, lectures were there in a kind of MP3 format. We used to load it in the small mini iPod and we used to listen. Otherwise, we have to go to temple only and listen. But here nowadays, it's like a full access to so much nectar actually, that we don't have the desire actually. We don't have the time, among all our duties to. There's so much to listen, so much desire to also listen, but we have to manage all other duties also. So first is Srila Prabhupadasya. So that is very important because he's a founder Acharya. We can hear how he quotes the original Shastras. Actually, every sentence he speaks, either he quotes the Shastra or he paraphrases the Shastra. So he is like a quoting direct, nothing made up. And so, and that's what we see in his books also. So if you can hear, and his lectures are very, very short, 20 minutes. Even while taking bath, we can put a big speaker and listen. By the time we finish bath, we listen one lecture. So nice, so nectar. And then Haripashad Prabhuji, who is going to be our guest speaker. He has given classes in Hindi and English. And our session with us, I'm not sure whether he will speak in Sanskrit, but let's see. Then other Gauḍīya-darśanam Prabhu. These are all my mentors actually, like I listen often to Haripashad Prabhu and also Gauḍīya-darśanam Prabhuji. I did my Bhakti Vedanta with him. I still have some coursework with him. He is author of almost 50 books in 10 years. You can check his YouTube channel. So simple presentation. He's such a accomplished person in so-called material. If you see, he has made so many books and everything. There's not even a tinge of pride. So how much he inculcated the mood of doing everything as a service. That's a very, very rare. Either some people who have not accomplished, then that's one thing, but somebody who's fully accomplished and still is so humble, that means really there is something going on in the bhakti there. That's what touches people's hearts. So you should at least listen to, just go there. So many themes are there: Radhashtami, Janmashtami, and there are themes based on practical application, so many things. So, and another Prabhuji also. These are all our generation actually. These three are my generation, in the sense Prabhupada's disciples' children. Okay. So Amarendra Prabhu also the same, our generation. He is also like a very nice. I think he's a son. 1 minute, Asma. He's a 1 minute. He's a son of devotees. He's son of devotee. So he's born and brought up in devotee family, and he did a higher education and he went to US. But very, very influential and very sweet. He's also very sweet and down to earth, and his lectures also are very touching. So because everybody has a different mood. So when we hear, you'll know whose mood you like more. Then you can hear from him more, like that. And of course, our simple Chikku contribution is our channel. I don't know whether anybody of you even went and looked at our YouTube channel, but we are kind of putting all our videos over there. So there also, if you have not subscribed, if you subscribe, then maybe other courses we are doing with other children or whatever you can access, or anyway you're in Gauḍīya-darśanam, so eventually everything will come through this channel, so there's no problem. And so yeah, those are some of the resources. And of course, I didn't actually write it here, but let's say you want to read Gita with the Srila Prabhupada's purports, right? That also you can begin. If somebody loves reading, they can read for half an hour, just sequentially go through Gita, read nicely the translation and the purport. Unfortunately, we don't have a Vyakhyana in Sanskrit in the book format. It's there actually. If you're really interested, tell me. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary in Devanagari, it's available. for us, like that. Okay.
In the new Savaraj is written right there.
Mhm. So Narasimha is saying why you didn't put our Guru Maharaj, Indradimna Swami Maharaj's channel. So generally, Narasimha, it is said that we should, I don't want it to sound like I'm promoting my spiritual master. So we are promoting the philosophy, and we are pointing everybody to the Acharya. So after that, gradually, if people are interested for some reason, then we can always show them the resources. Okay. So that's how we should do. Okay. And all these people actually are not Diksha gurus, in the sense they cannot initiate people, but their gurus are still living. That's the reason. Generally, it is said that when the gurus are living, the disciple should not initiate. For example, Haripashad Prabhu's guru is Radha Govinda Maharaj. He's Prabhupada disciple. I don't know nowadays whether Maharaj is giving so many lectures, but he's kind of now took Kshetra Sannyasa in Mathura to kind of wind up his pastimes, because they are all very elderly, Prabhupada's disciples. And Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's spiritual master is Radhanath Swami Maharaj. So he travels, but most of the time he stays in Govardhan Eco Village. There is a nice village in Mumbai, near Mumbai. And Amarendra Prabhu's spiritual master is also Haripashad Prabhu's spiritual master, Radha Govind, His Holiness Radha Govind Swami Maharaj. So there, those Maharajas take in gate initiation. I don't know about Radha Govind Maharaj, whether he stopped or no, but Radhanath Maharaj is still giving initiations. And of course, some of the Prabhupada disciples are still living, like our spiritual master and other people who can take disciples. But that's at a later stage. No need to worry about that now. Okay. Okay. Now I think we can complete with the today's session. So sadhya tat pritihi आदौ प्रेम्णः विषये वयम् अस्माभिः चर्चितं नाम भावस्य भावः सान्द्रात्मा प्राप्नोति चेत् कण्डेन्स्ड् फार्म् प्राप्नोति चेत् प्रेम वर्तते इति भावस्य अपि तु प्रेम्णः भेदः अपि दृष्टं कथं वर्तते सूर्यांशः सूर्यः इति अपि तु प्रेम प्रभेदाः के महिमज्ञानयुक्तः केवलः इति अपि तु भावोत्तः प्रसादोत्तः इति तत् कथं वा अन्वेति सर्वमिति अपि चर्चितम् उदाहरणमपि दृष्टम् एकम् उदाहरणम् अपि तु ओके वि आर् रन्निङ्ग् लेट् अनुष्ठानानां विषये अपि चर्चितम् इदानीमेव अतः तस्य पुनः न रिवैस् करोमि नाम ओके इदानीं सीमा भगिनी भार्गवी भगिनी महारथी किमपि प्रष्टव्यं वा वक्तव्यं वा इति
नास्ति
भवन्तं न पृष्टवती ओके
No questions.
no
No
questions
doubts
asked.
either. No questions and no doubts.
Okay, good. Okay, so then we will end with a very beautiful dhyanam. Very nice, actually. I will spend maybe 5 more minutes because I have to explain a little bit this pastime. It's very, very, because it's related to Kurukshetra. Okay, so who can sing nicely? Okay, Narasimha, try. Narasimha, video on कृत्वा करोतु.
किं पादान्ते लुटसि विमना
Hey, 1 minute video on करोतु भो.
on अभवत् किं पादान्ते लुटसि विमना स्वामिनो स्वतन्त्राः
एषः मन्दक्रान्तः अस्ति.
किं पादान्ते लुटसि विमना स्वामिनो स्वतन्त्राः किञ्चित् कालं कञ्चित् कालं क्वचिदभिरतस्तत्र कस्ते पराधः आगस्कारिण्यः मिह यया जीवितं त्वद्वियोगे भर्तृप्राणस्त्रिय इति ननु त्वं ममैवानुनेय
इदानीं भवान् शब्दान् जानाति इदानीं सम्यक्तया गायतु ओके पुनः
किं पादान्ते लुटसि विमना स्वामिनो हि स्वतन्त्राः कञ्चित् कालं क्वचिदभिरतस्तत्र कस्ते पराधः आगस्कारिण्यहमिह यया जीवितं त्वद्वियोगे भर्तृप्राणस्त्रिय इति ननुस्त्वं ममैवानुनेय
सन्दर्भः वर्तते पश्यतु कुरुक्षेत्रे ओके 100 years पश्चात् गोपीजनाः सर्वे कृष्णस्य समीपे नाम कृष्णं मेलितुम् आगताः खलु सो तदा सो श्रीकृष्ण अपि सर्वान् मेलितुम् आगच्छति एक प्रकोष्ठे नाम राजमहल् इव वर्तते तत्र नन्दबाबा यशोदमाता गोपाः गावः सर्वे सन्ति सो आदौ नन्दबाबा अपि तु यशोदमाता ते सर्वं मिलित्वा ते अपि रोदन्ति सर्वं मिलित्वा किञ्चित् अनन्तरं दूरतः गोपस्त्रिया नाम गोपिका राधाराणी तस्याः सख्यः दूरस्थाः सन्ति तदा then okay I'll try to tell in English then so then he interacts with Yashoda Mata Nanda Maharaj and then they were crying profusely then Krishna has tears in his eyes. Then after some time, Krishna says, okay, he sends them out for some reason. Maybe tells them, okay, now Bhojana time is happening, you all can have Bhojana or something, so that he can have a private time with the gopis. So there, Radharani was sitting down and she was actually covering her head. She was looking down like that. She was sitting like this, exactly like this. Then Krishna comes and he understands. So what is the problem? The problem is Radharani was Krishna's first love and Radharani gave everything to him, correct? Everything, without caring about social rules, regulations, what people think about her. Their first love. But what happened? Krishna had to leave Vrindavan and then he went and in that process, he did accomplish many things like killing Kamsa, Jarasandha, and so many things he had to do for the sake of upliftment of the earth. That is his duties. He also he loves to stay in Vrindavan, but he also had to hold his ecstasy and he had to go and do his duties, so-called duties. Right? So he had to go. So he also kind of broke his own heart in a way. But then he knows how dear gopis are, how much they love him. And they told actually that night I heard in Gauḍīya-darśanam Prabhu's class, daytime Nanda Maharaj announces, okay, we have to pay taxes to Kamsa and Kamsa is inviting us for a wrestling match. So let's everybody gather all our milk products and butter, everything. Come, let's go to Mathura and meet Kamsa. Krishna Balaram, everybody get ready. Tomorrow we are going. That's what he announces in the morning. And Yashoda Mata couldn't even speak of, cannot even imagine that Krishna is leaving. She didn't even speak. At least Nanda Baba made an announcement. And obviously all the gopis, everybody, they were extremely shocked. Basically, the more one loves somebody, the more the pain will be in separation, right? So they are the one who love and gave everything to Krishna. So obviously they are the one most pained if Krishna is going to go. So that night, Krishna expands himself and comes to each of the gopis in their home and consoles them, saying, I will come and meet you once in every month. Okay. And whenever you feel intense pain for me, I will appear. Like that, he takes promise and goes. But that is like acharyas have given us the internal details. But officially, on the record, what happened is Krishna leaves Mathura, and in the process of killing all the demons, he actually ends up also marrying a lot of teens who are nothing but Radharani's expansions only. But still, officially, you can imagine, right? What Radharani and the gopis will feel, right? And they keep hearing news. And not even one marriage, right? He marries 16,808 gopis. They keep hearing news. Okay, today Krishna married this queen. Today Krishna married this queen. Then they actually feel so much inferior conflicts. It's like now all these sophisticated ladies in Dwaraka are serving Krishna, would Krishna ever remember the sweet, love we exchanged with him? Will he ever remember us? Oh, maybe he will not even remember. So, what's the use? But the problem is they could have easily given up their lives. The problem is Krishna made a promise while going in the cart to Mathura. He told them, I will come back. Officially also he made the promise. Not the acharyas have told this. Even Bhagavatam it's written. That Krishna says, I will come back. So you wait for me. So every day they're waiting. When will Krishna come? Because their whole purpose of their life is to offer themselves to Krishna. So they feel, deprived of that service. What will I do? So they want to serve Krishna like that and they're waiting. Actually, it is described, the situation is so touching. There is one verse they describe. It's like a animal is trapped in a house and the house is set to fire. And the animal has no other choice other than cry in pain. It cannot come out. So basically, it just have to suffer. So basically, their body they're describing as a cage, which is set on fire because of separation from Krishna, and the soul is not able to come out of it. Right? So that much intense pain they're experiencing. It's like Krishna would have told, I will not come back. At least, we leave our bodies. But what is this thing? So that's what they're expressing. Then, after going through all this, after 100 years, right? When Krishna left, he was 10 years, and now he's like 110 years in Kurukshetra war time. After 100 years, they're meeting, and then, so obviously, Radharani, everybody, they don't want to say anything. But Krishna understands what is his mistake on his side. So when he sees that Nanda Baba and everybody left, so he comes to Radharani and he tries to put his head on her feet. Begging forgiveness, right? So then she says, Kim padante lutasi, Kim, why are you falling on my feet? Vimana nama dukkha manaha. You are a pagal, are pagal, they say Vimana nam, are pagal, kyun mere पैर पे पड़ रहा है? Okay, don't you know Swaminaha hi swatantraha? Kings are independent. You're a king now. You're a Bada Maharaj. You are very, very independent. Who are we actually? We are some cowherd girls who don't know what is wealth, who don't know what is prestige, who don't know how to dress ourselves properly. We deal with mud and cows and urine. We are not so clean. So why will you even, and kings have so many girls, so many wives they marry and they forget. It's normal. So what is there? Kanchit kalam, sometime, kvachitapi, in somewhere, abhiratah tatra. You have developed some, love for us. But for that, kaste aparadaha, what is your offense in that? That's common for kings to, have relationship with people and forget, what is their offense for you in that? Agaskarini aham iha. Atra, iha nama atra, ahameva agaskarini. I am the sinful lady. Agaskarini nama papini asmi. Ahameva. Yeah, because I am still living. Tvad even after you have left for 100 years, I'm still alive. That itself shows I don't have any love for you actually. Yatohi bhartru pranaha striyah. Striyah pranaha bharta eva iti katyante kalu. So her life air is residing in her husband and you have left. So my life air should have gone by that time and I should have left my body. But still I'm living. That means, I'm not a chaste lady. Nanu tvam mama eva anuneyaha. I should actually console you, reverse that I have been so unchaste. That's what she says. You can imagine what will Krishna say after this, right? He cannot even say any word. That's all. He kept quiet. But then this is a very nice point. Radharani, even though it appears as if like, oh, she's okay with whatever happened, there is a poet called Chandidas. He understands what was exactly going on Radharani's heart, and that image is shown here. Angrily, she has some anger. There is no love without anger, right? Love, intense love always creates anger of possessiveness and all the things, right? So angrily, she tells him, her mood. She tells, Chandidas sings very nice poem, which Haripashad Prabhu sings very nicely actually. So what he says, the essence of the poem is, she says, Krishna, I want to die. I want to jump into the ocean and I want to die with unfulfilled desire. Because it is said that a person who dies with unfulfilled desire will take birth again, right? To fulfill the desire. So I'm going to die with unfulfilled desire. What is my unfulfilled desire? Is that in next life, I will be Krishna. You be Radha. I will come and I will go. Whenever I want, I will appear, I will disappear. And you will be Radha. You will experience the same pain I am going through now. So then only you'll realize, what is happening in our hearts. Otherwise, you will not know anything. Then that's her desire, she says. And that's what Chandidas, he spoke this poem even before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. So kind of he predicted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, where Krishna, to glorify Srimati Radharani's love, he personally appeared, taking her mood to show to everybody how selfless, how topmost is Radharani's love. And he himself in his life demonstrated last 20 years. All he did is experience the separation from Krishna. That's what he was, like a madman roaming everywhere and hitting himself. That's why I sent a video about the Chaitanya movie, right? When that gets released, we will see more, how it exactly happened. So everywhere, he sees a shadow in the Kalia lake, and see Yamuna lake in the shadow, and he thinks it's Krishna, and he runs into the thing and falls down. Actually, nobody knows where he went. For a few days, he's not even appearing. Nobody knows. Then finally, a fisherman, he uh, he does his fishing, and a heavy object gets stuck to him. That is nothing but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's body. Then they bring him out, and they somehow bring him back to consciousness. So he becomes like a Unmadavat, mad person, roaming everywhere saying, where is Krishna, where is Krishna? So he's experiencing or expressing the Mahabhava, the topmost love anybody can have, actually only he can have, right? Radharani himself and Chaitanya and Madhavendra Puri. So that's what ties back into Gauḍīya-darśanam. Okay, so I summarized anyway. I'll quickly read the Bhavartha also. Hey dukkita manaha, imartam mama padante patati, bhavana janati va rajanaha swatantraha, kadachit maya saha bhavatah ratihi abhavat. Tena kaha bhavatah aparadaha, tena kaha aparadaha. Ahameva papini asmi, yatohi bhavatah viyoge sati aham jivanti asmi. Strinam pranaha tasam patayah eva kila iti katyante. Nanu bhavata eva kshantavyah tvameva mam kshamasva. You can see, right? She's angry here. Okay. So I think we'll end with this last part. Okay. So by this, all the official syllabus is over, and we have a guest lecture September 19th. But okay, everybody, at least keep one question ready, because he's a very, very busy person and he speaks to larger audiences actually. But somehow I told actually our audience is very small, the people who come live, just to so that set expectations. But still he agreed to come. So I request everybody to be prepared to on your video as much as possible. And then also be prepared to ask a question nicely. So that way he can, we can really respect his time. And also it's a, what to say, it's an indication of what I have taught, kind of, in a way. Anyway, and then and 12th and 26th we'll have presentations, and Seema Bhagini will do 12th. I have a chart here, how so far everybody agreed. So Seema Bhagini said she will do something on Srimad Bhagavatam, September 12th, and Ramani Bhagini, she already gave me a video. I told her, give a video in case you cannot come in person. So she already gave me a video on Bhakti Rasa very nicely. 20 minutes it came. So that also after Seema Bhagini, I will play that. So we can all listen here, and it will be part of the recording. And then Bhargavi Bhagini said she will do on Yuga Dharma on September 26th, because 19th is a guest lecture. Then Deepak, the boy, today he couldn't join, right? He has exams. So he will do on September 26th on importance of the holy name. And our kids have an exam on September 14th, Gita submission exam. So after that, I will incarnate into their voice and into their PPTs and help them to do their first presentation ever in Sanskrit. So let's see how it goes. So we seek all your blessings. Okay. Then other thing is, we thought of a additional session for reflections, but along with your presentation, if you can add one slide or talk about your reflections about the series, that will be very good, because anyway you are given a stage to speak. Then continue saying, okay, this is what is my mainly what I'm looking at is what was your knowledge about Gauḍīya-darśanam before, and what you gain now, and what is the depth you have perceived, and how you benefited personally, if at all, and like that, something about the series itself. Okay. So that way I can see what you have learned also, and also, it's difficult sometimes to express deep feelings. I know that not many people are very expert in sharing what they feel, but I'm telling you ahead of time, so if needed you can write down in a paper, or and express them nicely. This very good element of expressing gratitude actually. Okay. Next one is October 3rd is reflections we thought, but if everybody shares before only, then that's good, we can do something else, or maybe some of the sessions get slips over to October 3rd, I don't know. And then October 10th and 17th, I thought presentations, and I was thinking you can give me the choice what to do. But actually, I was feeling Kartik is starting. So in Kartik, we all recite Damodarashtakam. So these two sessions, what we can do is we can recite Damodarashtakam and then explain in Sanskrit what the meaning is. So when we go for Parikrama, all of you are interested, can recite every day Damodarashtakam and offer a ghee lamp to Krishna. Okay, so that is the main minimal thing, because it said that whatever devotional service we do in Kartik has multiple times effect for us. So if at all you are trying to start Japa Prasadam, Kartik is very good. If at all you're starting now, that's very good, no problem. But if you want to postpone, at least in Kartik, do something. Or you can think, okay, at least in Kartik I will do. Forget about future. So try to increase your spiritual cultivation in Kartik at least. And of course, me and Seema Bhagini will have a lot of fun there. So in the Parikrama. So
Looking forward.
we still didn't book tickets, Seema, because they're very expensive still. So we are looking at it. Okay. Then
Okay.
when we come back, November 14th onwards, we will try to do the Bhagavad Gita thing. Okay. Okay. So then we'll end now. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Ram Ram Shubham. Hari Om.
धन्यवादाः.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः. धन्यवादः.